Welcome everyone for this new interview with the Guillotine Podcast YouTube channel. Today our guest is Denis Puric, the Bosnian Menace, born in Ljubljana, Slovenia, fighting out Oaks Weekend, Ontario, Canada. He's a one championship Muay Thai and kickboxing fighter. He will fight Rodtang June 8th in Bangkok for 167. Denis, how are you?
Good, brother. How are you, man?
Very good. Very exciting to have you today and to go through the great news, right? What went through your head when you heard the big news? You're fighting Rodtang in Thailand at the Lumpini Stadium. Holy fudge! How did you feel when you heard the news?
Well, it was a long time coming for sure. I was definitely excited. I actually got offered the fight right after my last fight, so I accepted it right away. And yeah, man, get ready for that big night.
Congratulations again. Obviously, every Canadian fan is super happy for you and super happy for the scene in Canada. I want to go a little backwards because your background, your family background, your childhood background, your life background is quite a story. In the early 90s, you were living in Bosnia, then your family fled to Slovenia as war was devastating the country. Then your family moved to Canada as refugees. You
That's right.
pursued your passion for martial arts, and that started back in Europe, becoming a Canadian national taekwondo champ. And you never left the fight game since then, competing in MMA, Muay Thai, and K1 kickboxing. Did the
So,
uh, did the environment you grew up in shape the fighter that you are today?
oh, definitely. I think it has a huge. It plays a huge role in my upbringing. Not just that, but even after when we moved to Canada, it's been rough. We grew up in kind of like a what you call a ghetto. We grew up in they put everybody in the same neighborhood, like all the immigrants and the refugees kind of thing. So it was survival of the fittest. Since since we left the war, even during the war. So it was definitely it shaped shaped me into who I am today. Made me strong, mentally, physically, and all around. Yeah.
So, talking about your background again, you competed in MMA in local promotions in Canada. Then in 2011, you fought in Bellator, earning a victory too, which sounds like promising on paper at least. But then you moved to Thailand to train Muay Thai and start fighting in different organizations. Even ending up fighting up for the K1 World Championship in Tokyo in 2015. What a career, Denis. What
Yeah.
did motivate you to travel to Thailand to compete in a different discipline, in a different environment when MMA, on at least on paper at the time, seemed to roll fine for you? What made you go through that move?
So after the Bellator fight, Bellator actually stopped coming to Canada after that. So I even asked me to be a part of the 135 tournament. um, I've had some prior troubles in my life growing up. I got into some trouble growing up, and I wasn't allowed to enter the states, and so that kind of prevented that, right? That's so the Bellator kind of went out the window there, and then it was just hard for me to get a fight in Canada after that Bellator fight. It wasn't fighting anywhere. It's kind of just packed my bags and went to Thailand. I'm like, I know where they like to fight, so I just went to Thailand and started exploring that route.
Well, on that matter, since you had like pretty much a whole different or second or new career in Asia before one, I'm talking the times before one championship, as you fought in Thailand, in Japan, in Hong Kong, in China. If you had to choose one of those fights in Asia, what was the biggest moment from those Asian years as an athlete for you?
Um, definitely. I fought in K1 World Max as well in Thailand. That was 2014. That's when Buakau fought Enrico Kill. I fought Rungravi Sasi Prapa, the opening fight of that event. That was one of uh, big fights. Good memories there. Also, I had another fight against Ponsane Sidmonchai in Hong Kong on Top King World Series 2015, I think it was 2014 or 15. That was also another big. There was a big win. I knocked him out in like 10 seconds. So, against the very the guy has a huge name back then. Rajamang champion. He was one of big superstars. Yeah, I was actually a fan of him. Um, Coming up in the sport as well. Very dangerous fighter. So I think those two definitely ring a lot of bells.
This is gonna be your first kickboxing fight at one. Um, how do you feel about switching gloves and rules back again for the first time at
Nothing
World
new, man.
Championship?
Nothing new for me. Like you said, I fought MMA, Muay Thai, kickboxing. I'm well rounded and easy for me to adapt.
Let's say you beat Rodtang. Do you think you earn a title shot?
I think so. I mean, how can you not? You beat the best guy in the world.
Yeah,
Of course, I think I would be, you know,
that'd be quite
up there.
an accomplishment for the pinnacle of your career at your age right now, with everything you've done again in Canada and Asia. That makes sense to you for you, right?
Oh fuck yeah, man! Fuck yeah, that's what excites me, man. I like to hear those kind of things.
Of course, of course. Hey, before we go, I'd like to talk a bit about your gym, because, like, again, I'm Canadian too, and this is one of the reason I interview you, but also because, like, I guess you're fighting Rodtang and you're in one championship, and I follow a lot of one championship, and you're very fun to watch in the cage or in the ring. Doesn't matter, and doesn't matter which gloves apparently either, right? Um, can we talk a bit about your gym? When did you open it? Can you talk a bit about Soi Dogs MMA, please?
Yes, so we opened just over a year now. We are located in Hamilton, Ontario. The motivation behind it was really my girlfriend, man. She's like, I don't know how long you're gonna be able to fight. I think it's time for you to, you know, uh, spread your roots, open a gym, and I listened to her, and I think it was the right time, the right decision, and everything kind of just fell into place, man. I actually got it. I met a few guys that are my business partners now, and they had a space and they were looking to open a gym, and lucky enough, we got linked up with mutual friends, and we sat down, created a business plan, and we opened the gym, and now it's just over a year now. We got over 100 members, which is amazing, and for a small place, I mean, we start very small, so now we're kind of expanding, making it bigger, and introducing a wrestling program, and soon we're probably gonna introduce a jiu-jitsu program as well. And yeah, man, slowly it's growing. It's wonderful. We got the community behind us. We have wonderful support in Hamilton, and yeah, man, it's been amazing.
How many fights you have left on your contract with one, if I may ask the question?
I just signed a new 6 fight deal.
Oh man, wow! Congratulations,
Thank you.
congratulations.
Yeah, we just signed a new deal.
Signing this six fight deal is amazing. You
Yeah,
got a good relationship with one, again, since you managed to get another contract. I imagine, like, you get the likes of the management and the matchmakers, etc.
I think what I have to offer speaks for itself. So uh, not that I have a great relationship. It's nothing to do with the relationship with one. It's about what I'm offering. When I come to fight, it's always going to be electrifying, win or lose or draw. They know what to expect from me, So I'm happy, to finish, maybe hopefully to finish my career in this organization, and let's do it with a bang.
167 is gonna be a great card too. I imagine you must be pumped to find out that card because the lineup is wild. You're probably gonna find Comain or even right before that. It's like it. I don't know. It might be the best card of your career you fought on.
Oh yeah, it's a big card. One of the biggest cards, definitely. I fought on some very big cards in Kunlun fight in China. Headlining like big name superstars. I used to co-main event for Buakaw at a lot of shows as well. So, I've been on a lot of big cards. A lot of people forgot because a lot of these events were in China, and China doesn't really have YouTube or nothing like that. They have their own social media platforms. So, I feel like that's why the people don't really understand me and don't really know what's where I'm coming from. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but we've seen.
Unless they didn't really done their research, because really back, where we're from, Western world, everything is UFC. Not a
Yeah,
lot of people know about one championship. One championship just kind of blew up during COVID, right? So
yeah.
so yeah, man.
But yeah, you're used to big crowds and big cards, and today finally the world has eyes on you, and everyone should have eyes on you for your fight against Rodtang. Obviously, I wish you the best, and again, congratulations for the fights and for the new contract. That's amazing. Very happy for you. You're a great athlete. I wish you the best for
Thank
your
you.
gym and for the rest. Have a great fight camp. Do you have anything else to say for the viewers, the fans, for
Of
your
course,
upcoming fight or anything else?
yeah, I want to thank all my supporters, obviously all my sponsors, everybody at my gym, Soy Dogs, also House of Champions MMA, Cruelin, my coach, and everybody back home. Stay tuned. We're coming to shock the world. You know, Trust me. Watch it, freaks.
Let's go. Thank you so much. The Bosnian Menace, Denis Puric. See you in June. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
Thanks for having me. Take
Bye.
care.
Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.